Hi friends, this is a flowering plant called Crossandra, also known as Firecracker flowering plant. This is one of my favorite flowering plants when I was kid. Every time when I see this plant at my local garden centers or Walmart, I wanted to try this in my hydroponics. I was actually in the search of finding the seeds, but luckily I was able to collect a small cutting from a plant and placed it in my Aerogarden. I was very skeptical that the cuttings work for this plant, but surprisingly it worked out. It's been 2 weeks I placed this cutting and I just started seeing a bunch of roots. I also see a lot of side growth on this cutting. So this cutting worked out very well and established to a plant. Now let's see the journey with this plant. I am feeding this plant with Aerogarden nutrients and I am feeding 6 ml of nutrients at every feeding cycle, which is 2 ml less than the standard recommendation for harvest models. It's been 4 weeks. The plant is doing excellent. I see one nice flower cluster coming up here and a couple of flower buds. They are going to open up pretty soon in a day or two. At the same time, I see one more cluster coming up here and this is very exciting. The plant is showing a lot of side growth. I see multiple side branches. So this plant is going to get bushy very soon. Excellent progress so far. It's been 6 weeks. The plant is well established and now it is loaded with a bunch of flowers. It looks like a nice bouquet here. Nice bright orange colors and looking so beautiful, and it is coming up with many other flower clusters. Here is one and the flower buds are almost ready. Here is one more coming and a few babies coming. One here and one more showing up here. So this plant really picking up the growth and showing excellent progress. Very beautiful. I never expected that this Crossandra cloning will work, but it turned out excellent and producing nice results. This is another example to demonstrate how effective to start the plants from cuttings compared to start the plants from seeds. It's day 72. Look at this flower cluster. It is loaded with flowers. Bright orange color flowers looking so beautiful. And this cluster still has a lot of scope for flower buds and they are showing up here. That's really amazing. The second flower cluster also started showing flowers and there are so many flower buds on the way. This is a third flower cluster. It is coming, still pretty young, and 2 more tiny flower clusters are coming up here. So this plant really picked up the growth and showing very good progress, and it is also getting bushy slowly. It's day 75. The second cluster also started flowering. Now this plant is looking even more beautiful. It's been exactly 3 months. This plant is getting better and better and better every day. Now I see 3 clusters of flowers and this plant is looking so beautiful. The older flowers started falling off. It's like indoor fall for me. This is always a fall season for me. That's really amazing. And these flowers are looking so beautiful with bright orange colors and lots of new flower clusters coming up with more flower buds. So I think this is only going to get better from now on. The plant is slowly getting bushy and it is working out very well in Aerogarden. Alright, that is all I wanted to show you. Basically, I wanted to know whether I can grow this Firecracker, also known as Crossandra, in Aerogarden, and yes, it proved that we can grow perfectly and it works out very well. We can get bright orange beautiful flowers continuously. And I have been using Aerogarden nutrients throughout this grow cycle, and I'm using a little less than 8 ml at every feeding cycle, something like 6 ml or 7 ml. I don't even need exact 8 ml of nutrition to grow these plants. Alright, if there are any fans of Crossandra flowers, you can happily grow these flowers in your Aerogardens. That's all I wanted to show you. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.